Ever since I was a kid, I've been terrified of aliens. It's not like I'm some sort of UFO or abduction enthusiast or something. I'm not even sure if I actually think aliens exist or not, but that never stopped me from being irrationally afraid of them. It all started when I was a baby watching Sesame Street, and this appeared. Scary, I know. They were called Martians on the show, but I called them Dibbidips, most likely because I hadn't gotten that whole talking thing down yet. But either way, I was scarred for life. But as I got older, my fear began to turn into intrigue. Granted, the idea of hostile aliens still scared me for some reason, but I was strangely drawn to anything with aliens in it. Movies, books, documentaries about crazy people, whatever I could find. But what interested me most were video games with aliens. Specifically games that had nothing to do with aliens, but just so happened to have alien appearances in them. So let's take a look at a few of my favorites. You can do a lot of things in The Sims. You can make a sim, you can make a sim make a sim, or you can even make a sim alien? But I'm getting ahead of myself here. I play The Sims because I don't have very many friends. But even when I invite people over in the game, they have a tendency to ignore me. Don't kid yourself, PBG. They just ain't into you. Aww. So in between skipping around my house aimlessly, I like to gaze up into the stars and see if I can find some aliens. And would you believe it? It can actually happen. The chances are pretty slim, but if you use the Farstar E3 telescope at night, your sim could be abducted by aliens. While you're on the alien spaceship, your needs go completely crazy. That's pretty strange enough as it is, but it gets even weirder. If you're a male adult, you come back pregnant. That's right, pregnant. What? But you're not just pregnant with any old baby, you're pregnant with a freaking alien baby. So I guess you're stuck taking care of that thing for the rest of your life. Unless you're like me, in which case you just play video games on your computer and leave the baby on the floor. Man, what a great parent I am. There are some games in which I wouldn't be all that surprised if I found aliens in them. Pilot Wings Resort for the 3DS was not one of them. But lo and behold, when I reached the gold level missions, I saw the mission called Lost Little UFOs, and the description reads, find the little UFOs wandering around the island and escort them back to their mothership? This has gotta be some sort of joke, right? Well, let's take a look. There's actually UFOs? Actual alien piloted UFOs in Pilot Wings Resort? Guess they really are out there. Though they are also really small. Even smaller than your me. Speaking of my me, I gotta give this guy huge props for getting that close to these things. How does he know they won't blast him into a skeleton Mars Attack style? They've obviously got some pretty amazing technology because every time they run into something, they just disappear and take absolutely no damage. But I guess these little guys aren't so scary. If this is as bad as it gets, then I think I can... Okay, what is that?
Enemy mothership approaching!
Shut up, Bill. I guess that would be the aforementioned mothership. It looks like it came right out of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. But whatever, let's just take these little baby ships back to mommy. Well, never mind. If these aliens are too stupid to find their way back from there, then they deserve to be lost, and I don't think I have anything to worry about. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. UFOs are great and all, but I want to see some actual aliens. Well, I know how you feel. There are few things worse than an alien movie that never actually shows any aliens. But that brings me to the next game, or rather game series, Fallout. Fallout has a habit of featuring weird alien-related Easter eggs ever since the very first game, in which you can find this crashed UFO lying in the wasteland. You'll discover not only two very oddly proportioned alien skeletons, but an alien blaster and a picture of Elvis. Huh. Interesting. We're getting closer, but we still haven't seen any actual aliens yet, so on to Fallout 3. In Fallout 3, you'll find another crashed UFO, but instead of a skeleton, you'll find an actual alien body. Now that is creepy. But there's a funny thing about this particular alien body. That funny thing being that he's dead, and you can throw him around until your heart's content. And there's more than likely not even any of his alien buddies watching you from space, plotting their revenge in your painful, slow, and untimely demise. I mean, probably not. But who knows, maybe the aliens in the Fallout universe are friendly. Let's find out by taking a look at the latest installment, New Vegas. Okay, picture this. Here I was, wandering around New Vegas, just minding my own business, and shooting every person I came across, when I discovered this, another crashed UFO. I swear, these aliens could really use some driver's ed or something. When I investigated further, I found them. Actual alive aliens. After I finished peeing my pants in fear, I decided to try and approach them. Yeah, bad idea. Needless to say, I was terrified, and I turned tail and ran away, which is kind of funny considering I'll stand toe-to-toe with this thing, but a puny little alien with a blaster nearly makes me pass out. I did a little research, and it turns out that the alien captain is the only one that's actually hostile. If he sees you, then they all three attack you, but if you can manage to snipe him without the others noticing, then you can walk up to them and get a closer look. Ugh. Even just standing there, they creep me out. Especially when they start walking. It's like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. If you loot the captain's body, then you'll find the alien blaster, which is one of the coolest weapons in the game if I do say so myself. If you shoot someone with it, then it completely disintegrates their body and turns them into nothing but a pile of ashes. Well, that's pretty much all I got this time around. Thanks for tuning into another episode of the G-Files. But just remember, next time you're playing a video game, be careful. Because they are out there, and they're gonna get you. If you enjoyed this video, then why don't you check out more on our website, normalboots.com, or you can click here to check out my Halloween special from last year about another game with aliens. Or you can click here for the original pilot episode of the G-Files that aired on the Game Station, which is, you guessed it, also about aliens. Peace.